Yo, 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 how's it going, everyone? Welcome to what is probably the finale of the life and suffering of Sir Brant. And Brent, we decided to get together in person for this so that we could, cry together and, wallow in our shame of getting so close and yet messing it up at the end.
Be together for the destruction of a family.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. So last time we had to do a totally random out of the blue trial for an Arknian who clearly committed murder. He even said it himself. He's like, oh yeah, I killed those people. And we were the judge for it, and we had one option, and that was to let him go. Because varying different circumstances, the closest one we had to passing was the one where all we needed to do was essentially be Octavia Mila Kunis's, be her bitch a little bit, rather than be her equal. Because if we had decided to, be her bitch, we would not have gotten the Archduke pissed at us. Yeah. Because technically the Archduke, I think, went down by -1 because of that. Whereas if we had, not been equal with her, then I think he wouldn't have been affected and he could have got us out of that situation or helped us out. But no, instead we wanted to be equal with her. And it worked out in some situations, but in other ones, it didn't really work out. So we were forced to make the decision to let this guy go, and that officially ended our career. We had 2 career left, and now we're at 0.
Yep.
And also, our mother died.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Lydia.
I do now remember that.
Yep, she is super dead. We had to have a family unity of 8 to save her, which, I mean, that was not happening.
No.
not after we just murdered our brother. So, yeah, this is the aftermath of us having, a 0 unity in the family. So, yeah, I'm 90% sure this is going to be the finale episode.
All right, then.
Yeah, well, Brent, do you want to take it away and take us on this depressing-ass journey?
The tension at home has become insufferable. Everyone in your family has been driven to the brink of an unending bickering and fighting. Even the smallest family matter is bound to provoke hours of arguments and a drove of mutual insults. Tonight you can already hear it from the doorstep. Screams of fury, shrill sobbing. You watch Father run down the stairs. He is absolutely livid. Twins grudge me my strength. How am I even supposed to get along with my own family now? You ask what brought it in. You ask what brought it on this time, but all your question does is draw Father's ire upon you.
I don't like the first part of that sentence. You ask what brought it on this time. I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you have no idea what's going on. You're doing nothing, Brent. Nothing at all to return peace to the family. Well, you're not helping, you dick.
Yeah, you're not helping either.
You're just Dakota fanning the flames.
Oh.
Father stops himself before he can utter another word. He hurries to his study. The door shuts and locks. At last, the house is quiet, but it is far from calm.
Oh no, our dead brother doesn't like us as much, Brent. What are we gonna do? Stefan doesn't like that we killed him.
Well, you shouldn't have died by me then.
My favorite is that he only has distaste for us. He doesn't hate us. He doesn't, have a pure hatred for killing him. No, he's like, Brent, yeah, I don't really like him that much. Yeah, Lydia as well. I like how Lydia as well is kind of dead and kind of indifferent to us. Robert, okay, makes sense. He doesn't like us that much. Nathan, come on, Nate. Okay, well, he's a 0. That's fine. And Gloria still likes us, dude. I think we can come back from this. And our willpower is super dead. Okay, cool. Cool. So I don't know if that was supposed to be the entire scene of the family breaking up.
It has transformation. It has been a long time since your last encounter with Octavia Milicunis. You have come to expect to run into her from time to time in the most unusual of circumstances.
Circumcisions.
I was
in the most unusual of circumcision.
So I was going to say circumnavigating.
Oh, there you go.
But Octavia has all but disappeared, vanished completely from Imperial high society. Then one night you come home to find a letter bearing the heraldic serpents of the Milicunas dynasty. The handwriting is not of Octavius. This letter was penned by the Archduke himself.
We, Duke Turcanius, of the great Milicunas dynasty, salute you, Judge Brant. We have been made aware of your relationship with our daughter Octavia, but we shall leave the particulars, not the particles, the particulars of this relationship for another time. Lady Octavia has disappeared. It has been 1 month since she was last seen in any of our holdings within the city of Anazat. We, Archduke Milicunas, expect you, Brant, to aid us in finding our lost daughter. Tread carefully, lest you attract unwanted attention to this matter. The reputation of the Milicunas dynasty is at stake. Do not fail us, Judge Brant. I don't know if he can call us Judge Brant anymore.
We're technically still a judge until we're fired.
I would love if this game just kind of forgot that we were at a career 0 and it just let us continue to the end of the game.
The Archduke's expectation represents a direct order to find her as soon as possible. To refuse him would spell certain and immeasurable disaster. You begin looking for Octavia himself.
Himself?
I don't know why I said himself, but I really don't. Immediately is what I meant to say. The building where the Circle of Latari, I think it was distracted by Latari.
Latari!
Because I read that before I even started reading any of these words.
Oh my gosh.
Where the Circle of Latari used to gather, it was abandoned long ago. You have no hope of finding any of Octavia's followers there. You decide to search the prefecture archives. You spend an entire morning going through each and every case and report concerned with ancient races and rituals of old, even indirectly. After a long search, you finally stumble upon a familiar name, Alexis L. Lance. A noble from the influential bloodline. You impersonated him when you infiltrated the Circle of Latari 2 years ago. The archives say that El Lance was reported multiple times to be searching for another faith, and claimed that he was seeking to understand the design of the twins in his own way. You chuckle upon seeing this, the original El Lance was one of the first humans ennobled by Char Milicunas himself. The proud name and his forefather is the only thing that has saved the willful Alexis from the Inquisition's pyres. Regardless, he is the only clue to Octavia's whereabouts. You head to El Lance for the El Lance mansion. Goddamn words at once.
You can do it, man.
I was adding an A for some reason. I have no idea why. You tell
you're Canadian.
You tell the service. You tell the servants at the door. You have an insurgent. God damn it! You haven't. I was watching this movie that has what's his name now? The guy from Free Guy. I can't remember it. The guy who plays Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, Ryan Reynolds is trapped in a coffin, and he's in. The whole movie takes place of him in a coffin and trying to be found.
Is that 6 Feet Under or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I liked it. Type of movie. Anyways. He says insurgents in it, so I have no. That's why I thought surgeon.
I love that like one word just brings you to like this whole other concept, like this whole other thing. Like, oh, it says the word tell. Well, tell reminds me of Telltale, which had a bunch of games, and my favorite game is this. And it's like,
urgent matter to discuss with their master. A tall, gaunt nobleman with a thick beard walks down the stairs to greet you, studying you intently during the introduction. His eyes seem to be locked in a perpetual state of pain, but it is different from the ever familiar pain and suffering of the common lot. You inform El Lance sternly that you are aware of his involvement in the Circle of Latari and hint that I just want to say Atari instead of Latari. I'd rather say that.
The Circle of Atari. It's just like a group of friends that got together every once in a while to play their old Atari.
Yeah.
I mean, Atari was made in the year 1140, right?
I guess, yeah, it could have been.
It's not old.
If they decided something like 1184 years ago was made.
Atari's not old. What are you talking about?
Well, if you say something was made 1180 years ago, that was a new point of time to make the new calendar start from, right? So let's say 1180 years ago, I decided like that was a very significant event at that point in time.
Yeah.
So that means we should change the calendar from Jesus Christ being the center of it all to that event 1180 years ago. So now the calendar is 1184, and apparently it's still the Middle Ages. But anyways, moving away from the drain, circling the drain of thought that I'm having right now is just going nowhere. You inform El Lance sternly that you are aware of his involvement in the Circle of Atari and hint to his noble origins may not save him from the inquisitional visit this time. You are looking for Octavia Milicunas. Where is she? The eccentric nobleman lets out a rueful chuckle. He is not one to hide the truth. The Circle of Latari is here, within these walls. El Lance tells you. I'm just reading these with the weirdest inflection, but I'm going to stay at that. But Lady Milicunas is currently conducting a ritual of the utmost importance. No one may interfere. Jeez, goddamn! Exclamation point right at the end of the sentence.
I feel like that's the first time we've ever seen an exclamation point in not a character's dialogue.
Yeah. This right will return the Latari to this world, or rather, it will return the world to the eternal fold of the Latari. You absolutely and resolutely walk past the El Lance and his intellectualizing and march. Why is there two different ands? His intellectuals and march up the stairs.
Wait, so okay, you resolutely walk past El Lance and his intellectualizing, which almost makes it seem like it's a physical other thing right beside him. It's like he's there,
two objects.
His brain is beside him, and then you march up the stairs.
Yeah. The servants rush to stop you, but one stern glance is enough to remind them of their lot. Upstairs, you hear the familiar droning chant. You fling open... I missed the period there. That's what she said. You fling open the massive gilded double doors leading to the sitting room. The silhouettes in gilded masks and flowing garb. And here... What the fuck? And flowing garb are here, undulating in their dance and producing all manner of strange sounds. I think the reason why I'm reading a lot of this weird is because I'm compressing my diaphragm by leaning down. That's
fair. The microphone has to be a little bit lower because just the way that we've set this up. So yeah, that could be it.
Yeah. In the center of their dancing circle is Octavia Milicunas lying prostrate on the floor.
Her prostate's lying on the floor? What?
I read that twice to make sure I didn't say that.
Her prostitute is lying on the floor? What?
Octavia is dying.
Oh, God.
A sea of blood has already been drained from her slashed wrists. But she is still alive. You break through the circle of Latari followers and rush to Octavia's side. The Arcanian opens her dark eyes to look at you. The world reflected in them is growing faint and dim. She wheezes a true death rattle. Octavia's body melts away in your arms. All I can think of is the Wicked Witch.
Yeah. Turns out she was the Wicked Witch of the West.
Long fingers rest on your shoulder. They belong to Alexis L. Lance. Lady Octavia will not be reborn, he tells you. Why is it... Okay, usually they'll... have it separate.
I think it's because he's a minor character,
Okay.
so they do the dialogue like within the. He's not important enough to have his own like
Portrait or name attached to it.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, yeah, he talks like once, so we'll just put it in the narration dialogue.
Lady Octavia will not be reborn, he tells you. She has left her body and soul alike. She has become a Latari.
She's become an Atari? When could we play her? Is she like the newest video game?
Let's play Commander. Without a word, the member of the circle slowly parts. The members of the circle, all their penises, slowly part and spread around the large room.
It's actually the D Club that they're all part of.
The deed is done.
Yes, it is.
Says Al Lance. Sending one of our number of commune with a Latari is the most we could have hoped for. But you can compose yourself. Before you can compose yourself, the creature that was once Octavia flows into the room. Everyone falls silent, watching in wonder and awe. You can still recognize Octavia's features in the creature. It seems to float in the air, its body thinner, its skin now gilded and reflective in the candlelight. Its eyes larger and bizarrely elongated. All I can think of is E.T. now.
Yeah.
Octavia's followers cover the creature's delicate shoulders with a cloak and stand reverently before it. The creature that was now... the creature that was once an Archnean approaches you slowly without touching the ground at all. Its voice drones, remote and distant, like an echo from faraway realm.
You have borne witness to a rebirth. The one you call Octavia Milacunas is no more. The mind of the Latari now resides within this body. The one called Octavia has cast off the shackles of your narrow world. She is awakened, now free of blood-tide, birth, and other such burdens. She sees the world as it exists in the mind of the Latari, the only true world, for all other worlds exist within it.
So, wouldn't wouldn't she still be able to be summoned like the other people?
No.
Or is she like technically not in that? She killed herself in a different way. That means she's like went to a different realm rather than the twins realm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because she's an Archnean, right? So they have like a different like system for them, right? I guess this is one of the things that they can become is the Latari, I guess. I don't know.
Neither you nor any of other denizen of your illusory world can return the one called Octavia to her cage.
She looks like the what you fucking call it? The blue people from the A movie.
Avatar?
That's it. I only remember it by the letter A, so that's the only reason.
You must leave, human Brant.
Yes, human Brant. I love, that's a great name for us.
The one you seek is no more.
All right, Brent, we actually have decisions. I didn't think we were, I thought we were done with the decisions. Okay.
We can demand
We can demand that Octavia be returned to her family. Our reputation goes up one. Octavia is betrayed by us, I guess. Archduke Milacunas likes us a little more, and Octavia doesn't really like us anymore.
Won't like us, so we'll negate everything they've done.
Pretty much, yeah. Also, this is such a dick move. Like, demand that Octavia be returned to her family, but she's like, she's super gone. Like, she's super dead. I don't think they want to see, like, this E.T. version of Octavia. And also, I love that it would give us a +1 with her father, which is exactly what we needed to survive that last decision. We could let the Latari go. Octavia will flee. Octavia will like us more, and her reputation will go down. We can accept our beloved's transformation. Our reputation goes down. Our willpower goes down. And Octavia Milacunas will have a spiritual bond with her. That's cool.
It's cool. Can we spend it?
Yeah. Or get open. Well, we can't do this, but open yourself to the truth of the Latari.
Oh, we needed to do the ritual.
Yeah, we instead got that. we got this whole thing like banned, right? So, or we were told her to stop doing it. So I guess that's why we don't have the Lataria ritual.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. As far as things go, I mean,
Might as well put our willpower to -20.
yeah, I mean, why not? Like, at this point, I don't think anything is gonna somehow get our career up to 1. I don't think we're gonna get any choices like that.
Except your beloved's transformation. All right, you get a boosted career.
Yeah, right. You get a boosted career.
All right, I'm a ghost hunter.
Yeah. You know what? You're taking one for the team, so we're just gonna boost your stats up a little bit by. I mean, dude, I don't know why, but
You become the ghost hunter's judge. He's like,
ghost.
that's a ghost.
Oh my
you're
God.
the one who judges.
What if this is a plot twist and like we die, but then we become a judge for like the ghosts, or like a judge for the Latari or whatever? That would be interesting. I'd be down for this.
Yep.
Accept your beloved's transformation. Sure, why not?
I'm assuming we have no other decisions besides, should we die this way?
Yeah, right. The creature that was once Octavia Milicunas turns away and slowly departs, as though swimming through invisible water. You shake off your amazement at witnessing this incredible creature. You tell yourself again and again that this is still Octavia, your beloved. And then you're thinking to yourself,
you know
wow,
it
she's like
isn't.
10 times hotter.
Although if that wouldn't be her, but she would also still be there because she likes you more that you let her go.
Yeah, so technically, yeah, because they didn't create a separate character for ex Octavia Milicunas, they still have it under the Octavia Milicunas, so technically she's still there. Or they were just lazy and didn't want to have ex Octavia be like a separate character, I guess. It could go either way. With determination, you hurry after the creature and put your hand on its shoulder. Its body is so delicate now, so fragile, that you fear to shatter it with a single touch. The gaze of its abyssal, almond-shaped eyes is utterly inhuman. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about the eyes, I think, that are getting to me. Because they're like anime eyes, but they're also... There's something about it that's just kind of creepy.
Very Avatar.
It's very... Yeah.
Also, she's not human in her first place. She's Arcnean.
That's true. That is very true.
So very, very in Arcnean.
Yeah, very... Not inhuman. No, it's very in Arcnean. Oh. You know nothing of what has happened to her. You tell the reborn Octavia. Oh yeah, there's a comma there, not a period. But your feelings for her remain the same. No matter what, you accept her transformation and will remain by her side in your thoughts and actions, even if she is no longer the woman you knew. The creature that calls itself Latari reacts with a shadow of a smile that reminds you of the old Octavia.
She would be glad to hear that. We thank you, Brante, the one who called Octavia's feelings for you were strong. She will remember you and will leave a place for you in this illusory world.
I can't say that word. Illusory?
Illusory.
Illusory, okay. Like illusion, but it's illusory.
Yeah.
Okay.
This illusory world until it burns away in the flames of her mind. You will remain connected until the world of the one called Octavia Milicunas ceases to exist. But she must walk her path alone. You cannot aid her, nor can you hinder her. The time has come for the one called Octavia to see the world anew. She wishes to bid you farewell.
The Latari, this strange creature, suddenly grasps your hand and holds it to its face, inhaling the scent of your skin. Your body reacts to this touch with a flurry of emotions and sensations you cannot even attempt to describe. It was a big boner. Just a big boner.
all I can think of is hell's the word for it? The succubus.
Oh yeah.
Turned her into a demon succubus thingy. She's absorbing your life force through your hand.
Well, she. But the thing is, she's inhaling the scent of your skin, so she's snorting us. Are we cocaine and she is the user?
Sniffing their dead skin, I guess.
Yeah. I've actually got some dead skin on my feet. Is there anything you could do about that? Finally, the creature known throughout the province as Octavia Milicunas floats down the stairs and disappears from sight. Dazed, you watch the members of the circle part and walk away without a word. you are soon left alone. As soon as you recover from this experience, you head to the castle Serpenverda. The Archduke will not tolerate any delays when it comes to his daughter's fate. The guards escort you to the ancient throne room, the same room where Octavia once met you herself. On the throne sits the Archduke, sullen and dour. His face resembles that of a bird of prey, his lips are tightly pressed, his body is hunched and tense. You kneel before the reigning lord of the province.
I'm gonna assume he's gonna blame us and
kill us?
And probably kill us.
Please?
But at the same time, it's like, she was already dead when we got there, and all we could have just said is, don't do that. But she was already dead. It's like, come back. And it's like, she would have come back, but possibly. We don't know.
But that's the thing, right? I mean, there's so many different choices that could alter the story in this. It's like...
It just depends on how the creator just like, all right, this selection makes you think you're going to be able to do something about it. But you're not going to,
even though we've clearly led you to believe that you can.
Yeah.
I have no time for formalities, Brant. Tell me what happened to Octavia.
She killed herself.
She
turned herself into a Latari, and then we didn't. It all happened before we got there, and then clearly this is not what he's gonna say.
No, it's gonna be like, oh, you're saying that you got there and you killed her personally
by making her decide that she should be a Latari rather than be an Archnean.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not what happened.
Yeah, no, but he'll think that, and then
we'll do nothing to convince him otherwise.
Oh yeah, no, or we'll have chances to, but then because I don't know, our spirituality is not good enough, it'll be like, nope, you can't do it because you pissed off this one character who's not even in the game anymore. Years back, it's like, nope, you don't have a good character relationship with this person, so you can't do it. You remain kneeling, your eyes cast down. You tell him that you have been unable to find Octavia. You searched all across the city and questioned everyone who had ties to the Archduke's daughter, but it was all in vain. You have failed to carry out his order.
So he chose to be a lying bastard.
Yeah, we chose to lie, which is definitely the smarter thing to do in this.
And which is not the decision that we'd made at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. The game's just saying, oh yeah, you made this decision, so you gotta lie about it.
By honoring her decision, you decide to lie about it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It'd be really funny if we made the decision to bring her body back, right? Because then we get a +1 with him, right? Mm. And then for some reason we get to do a retrial of that case where we needed the +1, and then we could have got. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Archduke Mila Kunis listens, showing no emotion, but his hand clutches at his scepter harder and harder with every word. Does he even believe what you are saying?
Was that a period, then a question mark? It was too.
Yes. They couldn't decide, was it a question, or it's like, does he even believe what you were saying? Or does he even believe what you were saying?
Huh?
What? Nani?
You had a service you could have performed for me, Brent. A service that would have brought honor to your family.
My family is gone. My family sucks now. There's no honor left.
There is no family to have.
There's no family.
Honor for.
Our unity is down by everything. We can't do it.
Instead, you have failed me. I will remember this when your father requests to be
ennobled by the sword. Our father's gone, too.
And he's not part of my family anymore.
Yeah.
So go fuck himself.
Right?
You shall forget all ties you ever had to Octavia as well as my orders forever.
The high road takes you back to Anazot, empty in the dark night. Batman. Just had to throw that out there. I can't even string together a sentence to make it a funny joke. Just Dark Knight, Batman. You cannot help but think of Octavia, or of the creature she has become. The creature that called itself Latari. I've killed my voice. I can't do the high voice anymore. Latari! There we go. Has disappeared without a trace. The Archduke's men scour the entire city but cannot find her. Will you ever see her fragile, ethereal silhouette again? Probably not.
No, this is the whole point of it, idiot.
Right. All right, what's the next bad thing to happen? Okay.
What mangled decision that we make, or what decision that is this game going to mangle into fit its own narrative that it's creating,
exactly.
that it's lying to us about?
Yeah. There's a Gloria thing. Okay. Stefan was killed in a duel, and Gloria is at home, so I guess we get to do something with Gloria. That's cool. The sitting room is brightly illuminated by dozens of candles. Today, the tapestry bearing the Brant family crest, an oak branch wrapped in chains, hangs above the fireplace. The petitions have been granted, the paperwork is ready. Today, Gloria will join the Brant family and become your father's lawful daughter, which he clearly has nothing to want to do with any of us anymore. So, like, why are we still doing family stuff? I thought our family fucked up and died. Like, I killed the brother. Lydia died just because our family wasn't good enough for her.
She was, yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're not close with me enough. Yeah. I'm going to die to make you feel bad.
Yeah. Like, imagine if our family unity was a
good.
7 and it wasn't an 8, but it was a 7. It's like, our family was just so close to being a good family. But nah, I'm gonna die. Peace out. Gloria is standing by the fireplace, clothed in a modest black dress, quite unlike her usual trousers and men's jacket. Even her hair is braided today. For the sake of this momentous occasion, she is behaving as reservedly as she can, though she often glances at you with gratitude. Father steps forward solemnly and makes a speech as the family watches in profound silence.
Come closer, Gloria, and become a branch of the Brante family tree. Why didn't you do that in the first place? And they would have avoided all this unnecessary bullshit.
Bro, because Stefan was there, and Stefan was being a dick and saying no. For some reason, the dad just couldn't.
In the first place, he would have just been pissed at you rather than Gloria. So
yeah.
Who's the dumbass now who caused all the problems?
You know what? I think this entire family is terrible. I think every character sucks.
The father made bad decisions, and he blames it on his father.
And us.
And us.
Yeah. And then Stefan was just a shithead for most of the entire playthrough. Lydia was kind of like the mother figure that was kind of... She didn't play a huge role in us, or like in our playthrough.
Just like the one who sat back and let everything happen rather than speak out against anything.
Yeah. My favorite character...
And blamed us for not speaking out for her, which is bullshit.
Oh, dude, totally.
You can't stand up for yourself. You shouldn't expect somebody to stand up for you.
Yeah. My favorite character of our family, though, 100% has to be our homeless brother, Nathan. Oh, I love him. He just looks so drunk and so homeless. I love him. Oh my god. Gloria kneels humbly before the man she has called Sir Robert all her life. He holds his hand in front of her face, as the ceremony demands.
I noticed the way that this finale is going. Is that we're shitting on everyone for being stupid. Yeah. And we made the best decisions we made possible, but they're blaming us for, like, that we thought were the best decisions.
Yeah.
But they're blaming us for the consequences that were, like, arbitrarily made because of those decisions that seemed good.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of... that's the vibe I'm getting of this, too. A little bit.
From this day forth, you shall be a full member of this family. Your fate now bound with ours. Your fate now bound with ours. Wear your name with honor, and may the Brant family prosper with you.
And then she gets, like, a little name tag that says, like, Gloria Brant, official Brant family member or something. And then she gets paid, like, minimum wage.
It's like, all right, this family can't have that many Brants. I quit. I'm going to be a different.
Yeah, exactly right.
So I don't need to be part of this.
This is why we find out in this amazing storybook that everyone is literally just an actor. And they're like, yeah, you know what? I quit after this season. Gloria leaves a filial kiss on the fingers of his outstretched hand. She's not deep-throating it because that would be sexual. We can deep-throat our sword because that's funny. She did not deep-throat the hand to become a noble. It's fine. It's fine.
Now rise, Gloria Brant.
Slowly, gracefully, confidently, Gloria rises to her feet. For the first time since childhood, she looks and seems like your older sister. With a smile, Father at last embraces his adopted daughter as a parent. Gloria warmly responds to his embrace.
I find that stupid.
Then hurries to you.
It's like, she looks and finally looks to be my older sister. She's always been the older sister. Now you're just seeing her as that because
it's official now.
Because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, if you never saw her as an older sister in the first place, that means you're part of the problem, you dick.
Yeah. But then again, that kind of contradicts to how we've been treating her this entire time. Because this entire time, we've been thinking of her as an older sister already.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
So, again, it's... This is the path that these choose your own adventure things suffer from. Is the subtleties of our choices don't match up with the actual finale that they're giving us.
Yeah. Brent, we're legally brother and sister now. That's right. You had to wait for the government to get involved for you to really feel that brother-sister vibe.
Yeah, we weren't until now. So like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I owe it all to you. I swear, I'll never forget what you've done for me. I promise I'll be more careful from now on. I'll only do what's best for the family whose name I bear.
You should have done it in the first place, and we wouldn't have been in this position with freaking Stefan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to kill him.
Exactly. You answer her without hesitation. Gloria has always been your family. All you did was make it official. Even though we just said we saw her for the first time as a sister.
At this ending is making me realize this family sucks, and I should have never been a part of it. And
Oh my god. Oh, your sister squeezes your hand in excitement. This is her day. The day she's been waiting for all her life.
She needed somebody else to tell her who her family is in order to be a family.
Yeah. This is my favorite part, and this is what Enoch was telling us about, I think. This is what I think he was telling you about.
Yeah.
Was that if we put Gloria as part of the family, our reputation gets killed.
Yeah.
Because she was like not, a Brant, and now she's a Brant. So now our reputation's down the drain.
They could have okay. Of all of Stefan's bickering and bitching about everything, all he had to do was marry Gloria, I guess, because they're technically not related.
Technically, yeah.
And they could have done that, and then she would have been part of the family, and there would have been almost no problem.
Yeah, but could you think of someone suggesting that to Stefan? Like the father is like, hey, I need you guys to, bone. I know this is weird. I know you guys are technically not brother and sister, and you're not technically, blood relatives, so I need you guys to bone, and then you can be family.
I would have just suggested to Stefan, it's like, if you're so caught up in family and this being a problem, the best solution that has no negative except for the fact that they're not into each other would be fine, because they freaking marry off each other in anyways.
Yeah.
It would be to marry each other.
Technically, we could have married her too, in a sense, because we're a Brant as well.
Yeah,
right?
But we're actually related to her.
Are we?
Through the mother.
Oh shit. Well, no.
Yeah, because the character we play is both related.
Oh, right.
To both
You're
sides.
right. Stefan was from the previous.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I forgot about that. Okay. I did not just suggest incest. Don't worry. Shut up. I didn't do it. I just thought of this in my head. Okay. Our character going up to Stefan, Gloria's talking or doing something right there, and you just walk up beside him, and you're leaning up on the wall, and you're like, hey, Stefan, you should tap that. I can't do it because it would be weird, but you should do it so we can fix this family. It's a bad family when you need your siblings / not siblings to oinga boinga and make,
They don't need to oinga boinga. All they need to do is get married, and that way she's actually has the name.
Yeah, but Stefan is going to want an heir to keep the Brant alive, unless the same thing happens where then, Gloria eventually dies off or something, and then he just gets a new family, kind of like his father, a little bit. I don't know. The mark of dishonor, because we are a terrible family. Recent events have dealt a crushing blow to the reputation of the Brant family. You have slipped into the realm of infamy and disgrace. So far, the noble families of the city have patiently endured your transgressions, and now you have lost face in their eyes.
But all these decisions at the end here are not even our decision. Like, the fact that the father wanted to adopt her was not something we said he should do.
Yeah. It's weird how, even though she's been living with us, it's just the fact that we officially made her part of the Brant family that our, reputation goes down. Shouldn't that have technically just been in general? Because everyone knew that she was part of the family, but she's not really part of the family. But it's just the fact that we made her official that everyone's like, no, screw that, you guys suck.
So literally the whole problem is that you put it in writing by making it a legal thing for the government to know about, that it made everyone go, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. It's like this is all Facebook, and you just did like a Facebook status update, and it's like Gloria listed her family members, and then it's like shows the family members, and then it just shows the angry face, everyone reacting to it. There's like a couple likes from, the family members, and then everyone else is just hate react.
The whole thing I don't understand is the bloodline thing. What does it matter? It's like, why would it matter if you're part of the family or not? Like, only if you have the blood can you see the other people that would come before you. So saying they're part of the family doesn't mean they get to see the family before them.
Yeah, like it's... Well, this is... You know what? I had a conversation with Enoch about this the other day, and he brought up a good point that a lot of the logic that we're using is, like, from our time, I guess, and not the perspective of people in that time, in the year 1100s. Yeah, and like how that society works. For us, it's weird. For us, it's really weird that all these things are happening.
I'm putting it in the perspective of like what the bloodline means to them. It's not their name that they're more worried about, it's their bloodline. So saying that they're part of the family doesn't mean that they're actually part of the family. So why would any of the other families care? Because you could say, like, okay, let's say the whole viewer base is part of my family now, but my blood, unless you have the same blood as me, you can't see my ancestors. So what's the point of saying that in the first place? Because technically you wouldn't be able to communicate with the people before. And then this whole thing is based around a society that goes, I can still see the people who came before me, who are part of my blood.
Yeah.
So none of this makes sense to why it's negative to say that somebody's part of your family, because they can't actually be part of your family unless you have the same blood.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer that question.
I realize that. I'm just saying out loud.
I wish I could.
Is that the punishment for saying somebody is part of your family is ridiculous, because there is no reason that somebody can be part of the family. Even if you just say that because I grew up with this person, it doesn't mean anything. They still can't see your ancestors.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And at the same time, you can't see their ancestors.
Yeah.
Just because you say that you're part of if they're part of your family. So there's no reason to actually bring law into this, now, because law can't make you see the other family.
Well, so, that's what I'm wondering is, I wonder if now that she's an official Brant, I wonder if she can go to the tomb or whatever and see Gregor and see, like, Stefan. I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Because the mother wasn't even allowed in there.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
But oh yeah. Well, like, was Lydia ever a Brant? Or was she, I guess...
She was married.
She was married to... So
yeah.
But then... But Gloria was her child, right?
Yes.
Separate from the Brant family.
Yes.
So, okay, so that's why... Okay, so that... Yeah. Yeah. I would assume she wouldn't be able to see the family then, but...
So, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I do,
Like, if you can see... If you're able to see the ancestors of your bloodline because you're legally part of the bloodline, or legally part of the marriage, or legally have the name.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that give the actual legal system more power over
God
itself and the bloodline and how things work?
Yeah.
So technically, if that did work that way, people would start moving toward the fact that believing in their government or the legal proceedings more strictly, then they would not even care about the
religion,
the twins
or like
religions in the first place. So the twins would become obsolete, and just because they would be like idolizing the government instead.
Yeah.
So
that's an interesting.
So that's the way it will shift if that's how it's supposed to be. So, or you can just say all these people are morons, and then they just think that it has more meaning than it has. Which, unfortunately, is true in this time, so it could be the same there. I don't know.
And that's just a theory. A Brent theory.
These are the things I've been thinking about, okay?
Yeah. Oh, God. I love that little tangent. You're getting very passionate about that.
Because some of the logic does not shape up the way I want it or way I understand it going.
That's one of my favorite things about you, by the way, is that when something doesn't make sense, you're very good at like saying why it doesn't make sense and how it's contradictory or how like
to itself
and
or its world it's creating.
Yeah, at times it's like it takes me a second to get it, but then I start thinking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I get that. Anyway, noble society is eager to bring your every dusty scandal back into the light. Old offenses, ancient grievances, and naturally father's marriage to Lydia Brant and Gloria's ignoble origins. And they have surely not forgotten that the sons of Robert and Lydia Brant, Brent and Nathan, were born out of wedlock. Now, I just realized, because they do use your name, because we named our character Brent, this would have been so much funnier if we actually named it like a funny name. Like, I don't know, like Penis Muncher 69 or something. Like, could you imagine, like, yes, the sons of Robert and Lydia Brant, Nathan and Penis Muncher 69, were born out of wedlock.
I like the two names that we came up with. Was you picked the gamer tag,
yeah,
and I picked the garbled mess of Smurgle.
Yeah, exactly right. None of the nobles will ever say this to your face, of course. Their behavior will seem perfectly ordinary on the surface, but no matter where you go now, you will be followed by scornful glances and dismissive whispers.
We have to accept this and humbly. This voice has got real fucked up. He's all happy that he has a daughter now. There we go. I put the now in the wrong spot. Oh yeah, we have to accept this and humbly bear this burden. All hope of being ennobled by the what the fuck? All hope of being ennobled by the ennobled.
It should be ennobled, yes.
Yeah, being ennobled by the sword is lost. No matter how we restore our name, no matter what we do to restore our name, we will never wash away this mark of dishonor.
It's okay. Honestly, we weren't gonna get the sword anyway because we kind of pissed off Archduke Mila Kunis by somehow not finding Star.
I find that stupid.
Also, yeah.
Did you see what happened there? It's
what,
like we're never gonna be ennobled by the sword. So let's just adopt Gloria into the family and then just hate each other for it.
God, it's such a terrible family.
Just leave that at this point. What's the point of like making everyone miserable, including yourself?
Yeah, exactly, right? Okay.
Making the meaning of her joining the family the most pointless meaning ever.
Hey, guess what? Tomas is getting married. Why? Why is this game not over yet?
Well, we need the results of all our decisions.
Jesus.
We're not even in chapter 5.
No, we're not even in I don't think we're going to get to chapter 5. I think we're going to do all this tying up, and then it's just going to be like, oh yeah, we haven't written the story for if you lose your career and your family. So you're done. This is a day you remember well. It began with a loud, impatient knock at the door. You are surprised to see Tomas paying a visit to your home. There is a joy on his face as your old friend shakes your hand. Brant, it's been a while since I saw you last. I just got back to the city. I visited my folks, then ran straight here.
I still like that he has a different voice.
He's still going incognito. Like, nobody told him he didn't have to use voices anymore. Or just like, Tomas, you don't have to use voices. And he's like, Atan finally stopped hounding me. I sure hope that whole mess is over for good. You invite, fuck, it's doing it to me now. You invite your friend in, but he gestures for you to wait, a sly smile on his face. I'm in a hurry right now, buddy. So much to do, so little time. I'll explain. I just got back from Solmina. There was this girl in the village, a shopkeeper named Mare. She gave me shelter, and I ended up falling head over heels in love with her. You congratulate your friend and pat him on the shoulder with joy. He laughs happily. My poor ma and pa, all their life they'd hope I'd married a noblewoman. I used to hope for that too when I was young, but now I know some things matter more than noble titles. Mer's about to be my wife. You know, fuck it. Tomas should have married Gloria. Screw it. You offer Tomas words of congratulations, but he suddenly grows serious. Otton's left me alone. He like changes it. That's his like Siri. He has a different voice for every like different person or like emotion that he has. Otton's left me alone, but Mur and I will still be better off far away from Anazak. I wasn't happy serving in the Legion anyway. I thought the nobleman's law would set me free from suffering, but do the same for my descendants. But it does not. I was less free. And he just starts spazzing out. He's like, oh, jeez.
Sounds like Jack's film being reading your grammar sucks comments that are angry and super loud.
Yeah.
And just starts grumbling.
I'll be better off as a commoner again, earning my living by the sweat of my brow. A farmstead might not be in a state, but the high and mighty won't ever set their sights on me again. I'll live my life in peace just like I want it. I've got one last request for you, though, Brant. You've done so much for me, but I'd be honored if you'd be a witness to my wedding vows before the twins.
More decisions!
Oh, I love it. We can bid Tomas farewell. Bye, Tomas. We don't need you anymore. Bye.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Or we can bear witness to him, to his wedding.
Just go there. Rawr.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we can't do the wedding vows ourselves because we never went down the
We're not
the priest.
That means just being the priest. Oh, yeah.
What if this was like the big ending of the spiritual like thing is like, oh, you get to, perform the wedding ceremony for Tomas's wedding. That was the entire goal of the spiritual thing.
I'd rather be a bear at this point.
Yeah, let's bear witness to their wedding vows, and we can roar at them and gurr at them all we want.